Imagine yourself walking by the bridge, and you suddenly notice a huge figure standing on the edge, covered in all white, ready to jump down the bridge into the water. Well, this is exactly what happened to these people who were wandering late at night and suddenly saw a figure nearby. Thinking it might be someone in need of help, they started screaming at the figure and ran towards it to somehow save its life. However, before they could go nearby, the figure had already jumped in the water. But that is the scariest part. The figure, instead of hitting the water, disappeared into the darkness. And no matter how much the man tried to find, there was no one in the river, and no splashing sound was ever heard. The video ended abruptly, but in the last second, we can clearly see the figure only disappearing into the darkness instead of falling down. It was a usual day in the snowy mountains, where these two guys decided to go skiing, not knowing what was coming next. As they were busy enjoying their day, one of them heard something strange and asked the other person to stop too. While on hold, the man carefully listened to what was happening. And that's when a loud growl surrounded the forest. It was so loud that even the men were scared, thinking about what it could be. The voice did not sound like any animal and resembled more of a huge, deadly creature than a lion or even an elephant. As the voice started getting nearer and nearer, the men knew they had to flee the place before it became impossible for them to. The video ended with the man trying to make their way out of the forest through the deep snow. Hopefully they got out of there safely. Security cameras are usually used to keep the thieves out of your properties, or to keep track of any suspicious activities happening. However, there are times when these security cameras record something so unbelievable that it gets everyone shocked to the core. This camera recorded a strange figure whose body appeared to consist only of two legs, a torso, and the head. There were no arms, and the figure was walking down from the slope. Upon some research, we found out that these creatures are called nightwalkers, and recently their sightings have increased in numbers belonging to the world of myths. These creatures are considered rather harmless, but we never know. With the origin of the video unknown, it is hard to tell where exactly this mysterious creature was filmed. But wherever it was, the people need to be very careful, as strange ghosts might be lurking in their area. This happened in August 2023, when a 4-foot entity with long limbs walking towards somewhere was captured on camera near the Pilcomayo River in Bolivia. Its skin appeared to be gray in color with translucent skin, and it did not leave a reflection in the nearby water. Titled as "The Mystery Being," its photograph was even tested to see if it was fake or real. However, it turned out to be very real, thus shocking that people even more questions arose about its identity. However, there were no answers to be given. Auto shops can be quite haunting at times. And this image will show you how, taken in 2012 by a guy who was alone at the auto shop at night. This picture was meant to only capture the crashed car that the guy was planning to show someone. However, as he took the picture, he sensed that something was strange about it, and as he looked at it more carefully, his eyes could not believe what he just saw. He was all alone in the workshop, with not a single soul near him. But according to the picture, there was a girl standing right in front of him. Needless to say, he packed up early that night and went home to post it on Reddit and share it with others too. A day out with friends boating on the river can become a nightmare if you encounter something like these people did. At first, they thought it was just a man on the other side of the river who was trying to drink water. But after a few seconds, when the figure gets up and starts to walk, the men realized it was no ordinary human at all. Instead, it looked like a scary and dangerous giant. And to make things scarier, the giant disappeared in a second, and there was literally no one standing at the spot. If we look closely, the figure resembles a human, but was too huge to be one. It had a brownish skin color and was hunched down on the ground before, like he was eating something or drinking water. The appearance and behavior all point to it being a Bigfoot. However, the authorities, even after being notified and shown the video, could not find anything in the area. Mother Nature is considered to be peaceful and loving all the time. But there are times when even Mother Nature can scare you to death. For instance, in this clip, we can see the ground moving up and down along with the trees and everything. It is as if the earth is trying to breathe, even though there are no ghosts in sight. This situation can still be haunting, especially if you witness it in real life. The man who recorded this clip was scared as hell too at first. He thought it was all just in his mind, because there is no way he just saw ground moving like this. But it was when a few seconds passed, and this was still happening. He believed that it was all real, so he had to take his camera out and record it to later upload it on YouTube and share it with others too.